Hello and welcome to today's episode of CryptoSauce. You're here with Eric and Sol. So to get you guys started, obviously a lot of people are looking at how they get connected into this space, the space of cryptocurrency. So I'm sure you've been seeing a lot in the news recently with things like Bitcoin, Ethereum. So me and Sol here are going to walk you through a quick synopsis of what it actually is, but also how to get in touch with that potential. Right, Sol?
Yep, we're going to show you guys how to purchase from an exchange and give you guys just a few of the main points about an exchange, like the countries they service, their fees, their purchase limits, the currencies they offer, and any fees they might charge you.
Which is the most important part, isn't it, Sol?
Absolutely.
So we're looking at really three exchanges, as this is targeted towards Australian investors, of course. So for Australian investors, it is pretty small, where you can enter with the Australian fiat currency, the AUD, and then convert that into one of your big three, be it Bitcoin, Ethereum, Bitcoin Cash. So the big three that we're looking at the moment, Sol.
Yep. Today we're looking at BTC Markets, Independent Reserve, and Coinbase, and we're going to go through some of the advantages of using each platform.
That's exactly right. So to walk you guys through making an account, obviously you have to go in with your email address that you do want to have linked to your account. Very simple stuff like making an account on anything else. So when you go in, go sign up on either of these websites. From there, you'll be asked to put in your email address, your password, confirm those details, and then from there, you're in. So then you can start actually looking at getting into and purchasing these different currencies. The important thing with these different exchanges is the brokerage between them. So when we're looking at a top to bottom approach, we're looking at the most to the least. Coinbase charges a whopping 3.99% in brokerage when you want to be either buying or selling any of the currencies that they offer.
And just on that note, Coinbase actually doesn't allow for you to sell back in Australia. And another reason for their high fees is because they accept credit cards and they really aim for maximum convenience for people that are really, really new.
That's exactly it. So for anyone who isn't well affiliated with this space, someone who's trying to get into it and they want to keep things simple and they want to get in quickly, Coinbase is probably the easiest and most straightforward process you're going to find on any of these. But at the same time, they're not too difficult as long as you know what you're doing. So that's what we're going to walk you guys through. So BTC Markets is the next big recommendation. They're an Australian-based exchange. Now, they charge around a 0.85% brokerage, but that does change with your actual trading supply. So once you start to creep up to larger volumes of trade, you'll see that brokerage drop down to around 0.1%. So with BTC Markets, the other thing that we do see is that they do let you enter with either a bank deposit through BPay or through Poly Payments, which we'll walk you guys through in a little bit. So Independent Reserve is the next on that list, and they have a 0.5% brokerage, and that is a flat rate across any trading supply. So that is pretty attractive, again, for people who are looking at entering this space in and out quite regularly, and they're not trading high amounts of volume. So the other important thing that Independent Reserve does do, Sol will walk you through.
Independent Reserve allows you to purchase either with Australian dollars, New Zealand dollars, or US dollars. So you've got an option for those major three.
So the more seasoned traders that are obviously looking to maybe play with different methodologies like arbitrage or doing a little bit of FX exchange at the same time as doing your cryptocurrency exchange, it is very attractive as an option.
Yeah, especially if you're going from fiat to Bitcoin and just trading between the two. It's nice to be able to move out of Bitcoin back into dollars.
And Independent Reserve offers very good FX rates as well. They're some of the best in the industry. So we'll walk you guys through how to quickly make an account on BTC Markets, just as an example, but you will find the process very similar between the three, with Coinbase probably being the most straightforward one because you don't have to go through any bank deposits. You simply can use your credit card, which is great news for a lot of people.
Alright guys, so this is the sign up page. We just need a few simple details. So first our email address. and then a password. You'll want to add a few characters in here, maybe some numbers. Agree to the terms of service, click the verification and click sign up.
Simple stuff. So this is our email here, obviously, BTC Markets. Click on that. Verify the email address, simple stuff. Just wait for that to load up.
Now we log in again using the email that we used to create the account.
So two-factor authentication isn't turned on for this at the moment, but we'll walk you guys through why you will want to do that, because there obviously are a lot of good security perks that are involved with that, right, Sol?
Yep. A two-factor authentication kind of runs a little code on your device and on their end and expects another one. So if you haven't got your phone, you won't be able to log in.
Yeah, so you basically just you do it by downloading an app, and we'll put it in the description. It's run by Google, so you know it's safe. It's a Google Authenticator app. You've probably heard about it before. It's very simple stuff. You either insert this code that you see here, or you just scan that QR code. That's a QR code. I know it looks like a little Rorschach sort of tell me how you feel about this, but that's actually a QR code that has very intricate information stored in it.
And what you want to do actually is store this code somewhere safe, because you won't have access to it again, which means if you lose your device, you won't be able to get that code.
So we'll walk you guys through how to actually purchase one of the cryptocurrencies right now. So that's obviously the most exciting part. So from here, you can see that you'll have the first obstacle in front of you. Pretty simple stuff, and there is a reason why you have to do it. You have to verify your identity. Now, it is obviously important due to things like anti-money laundering and also counter-terrorism funding. So from this page, you can see that we've verified our email now. We also have the ability to enable two-factor authentication like we just went through. But more importantly, before we can do any bank deposits or withdrawals for that matter, we actually have to verify our identity.
So we deposit our money using BPay, and we've got our 2,000 Australian dollars now, which happen to be our limit. So all we need to do now to transfer that into one of the cryptocurrencies is scroll up the page, click on buy sell, choose the currency that we'd like to exchange to.
It is important to note for later on, when you're looking at transferring between exchanges, which we're going to explore in the later videos, one of the better cryptocurrencies to use as a medium, as a way of transferring between these exchanges is Ethereum. It is accepted on most of them, and it's a lot faster than Bitcoin to transfer. So just remember, keep in mind, it's a lot faster. So don't see it as unless you're wanting to initially invest into Bitcoin or Ethereum, which you also can do. When you're looking at transferring between exchanges, Ethereum is a lot faster. So as you were saying, Sol?
Yep, so all we need to do is go down the list and pick the currency we want. So as Eric was saying, if we'd like to send it, which is what we want to do with this bit, we're better off using Ethereum, and we'd like to trade our Australian dollars for Ethereum. So we choose ETH to AUD. And now all we have to do is select the amount we'd like, or click on spend all, click on, and now to commit to that trade, all we need to do is click on buy ETH. We'll get a little prompt, and just clicking on OK.
And as you can see there, it's fully gone through. So now when we go back to our account, you'll be able to see our Australian dollar available balance of 2,000 is now gone, and we've exchanged it for exactly 1.926 Ethereum. So that now you can see we're officially an owner of Ethereum. We own our own cryptocurrency, and we're ready to explore the rest of the space. We're ready to go and look at these different exchanges, and we're officially part of the economy.
Awesome, Eric. Guys, that's it for today. We're going to be looking at how to transfer this into an exchange in our next video, so we can trade for another altcoin.
Yeah, so altcoins are basically some more of the speculative coins. You will see on this exchange that we're only really looking at Bitcoin, Litecoin, Ethereum, Ripple, and Bitcoin Cash. So these are sort of what you could consider the blue chips of the cryptocurrency economy. They're the big boys. They've been in this for a long time. They have very large market caps. But if you're typically doing this for capital gains, if you're doing this as a long-term investment, you would be looking more towards the speculative coins that are called
The altcoins.
That's correct.
And in our next video, we'll be looking at how to transfer this across and transfer into those. So that's it for today. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed our video. If you got anything out of it and you think your friends might benefit too, please share. If you'd like us to cover something in particular, please leave something in the comments below. And if you'd like to be notified when we put up new videos, click on that bell when you subscribe.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.